Are you looking for that perfect 55 and up community? Maybe you've been doing your research, you're watching videos online, you might even be planning trips and actually visiting these communities to see which one's gonna best suit your needs. Well, I have one for you that you may not have heard of, and it will blow all of the others out of the water. Today we are actually right here in Chambers Creek, just north of Houston in Willis, Texas. And this 1,100 acre master planned 55 and better community has it all. We're talking a vineyard, a 9-hole golf course, a 300 boat slip marina right here on Lake Conroe, tons of neighborhood events, and a lot more amenities. And it's right down the road from tons of amazing towns and shopping. And so in today's video, we're gonna do a deep dive on Chambers Creek. We're gonna show you why this is the place to speed up instead of slow down if you're looking for that more active 55 and up community with tons of things to do. So we're gonna show you all of that, and then we're gonna go on a home tour. And we're gonna walk you through the 5 different home builders out here and the 9 different products that they're building so that you can see if this is the best community for you and your family. So let's get after it right now. So we're up here at the Welcome Center in Chambers Creek, and I thought this would be a great place to meet with you and just give you a quick overview of the community and tell you about the fantastic location. And so Chambers Creek is developed by Caldwell Communities. You may have seen some of their other communities in our video on the Highlands, as well as Town Lake over in Cypress. But this one's different. As we mentioned, this is a 55 and better community. And so they're gonna have 1,100 acres that will be under development for the next couple of years. They just broke ground, and when it's all said and done, there's gonna be about 3,000 homes. They've got multiple different builders building different size homes, starting around the 300,000 marks and working their way all the way up to around the million mark. And so you're gonna have plenty of options out here. And what I really love about it is going to be its location. So we're right up here in Willis. We're about a mile off of I-45, but there's so many cool things about this location. If you look here, you've got Lake Conroe, and we'll get into the amenities here in a second, but the implications of this neighborhood being on Lake Conroe are really cool. They're gonna have a 300 boat slip marina located right here in the neighborhood for residents only. And then you're just a few short minutes away from really convenient amenities like the grocery store. You're about 15 minutes down to Conroe, which is gonna have a lot more shopping. We've shown you in our Conroe vlog what Conroe has to offer, from breweries, as well as a really cool historic downtown center that's got a lot of fun events. And then if you want to go just a little bit further down to the Woodlands, you're at about a 25-minute drive to the Woodlands. And once you're in the Woodlands, you're going to have access to world-class shopping. And so if you haven't already seen our Woodlands videos, check those out after. But we're talking Market Street, the Waterway, and then you're also going to have access to fantastic healthcare. You've got 4 of the best hospitals really in the entire Houston area located right here in the Woodlands. And it's also a really great location to live if you're wanting to be near that airport. Maybe you still like to travel a lot. They have tons of travel groups actually that live right here in the community that go on trips together. And so you're really not that far from the airport as well. So for all of those reasons, I think this is a really, really fantastic location. Okay, so the amenities are probably the most exciting part when you're looking at any of these 55 and better communities, and we're gonna dive into them right now. There's 2 things that you need to focus on when you're thinking through the amenities. Yes, there's the actual physical amenities, but then there's that community component, which if I was in your situation and I'm looking at a 55 and better community, I would focus on that. That's where you're gonna build your relationships. That's where you're gonna have your opportunities to make new friends. And that is all facilitated here in Chambers Creek. See, Caldwell Companies is a huge proponent of a really well-balanced lifestyle. And so they actually have 6 pillars focused here in Chambers Creek. They've got Be Well, which is a focus on emotional wellness. They've got Strive Well, which is gonna be your vocational wellness, meaning your job if you're still working. They've got Move Well, so they're gonna have community events focused on physical wellness. They've got Believe Well on spiritual wellness. In fact, one of the amenities they have out here is a chapel that they had imported from Canada. It's made out of really cool barnwood. We'll show it to you in a second. Their other pillars, Think Well, so intellectual wellness. They're constantly having events that are gonna stimulate the mind. And then it's Connect Well. It's that social wellness. And it's probably that element you're looking for if you are looking for a very active 55 and better community. And so you're gonna have all of those out here. They have a full-time director of events who's gonna be planning stuff all throughout the year. And so every single week there will be an events calendar. You can get on the app, see what's going on, RSVP for certain events, and go up and hang out. You're also gonna have other clubs that just start to develop naturally out here. You're gonna have book clubs, you're gonna travel club, and so you're gonna have tons and tons of opportunities to really facilitate and build that community, and a lot of it's already done for you. You just need to buy the house. And so that's the community aspect. Then there's the actual amenities, which are like things to do. So one of the coolest ones is this 18-hole putting green. And so it's a massive putting green. It's probably the biggest putting green I've ever been on. And that's going to connect over to its 9-hole links style golf course. And so it's for members only. You can get a golf membership out here. Eventually they're going to build a clubhouse, but it is set to open here in just a couple of weeks. And so by the time you're watching this or you come visit, the golf course will be fully opened. Another really cool feature that they have out here is the Vineyard. They dedicated a 2-acre vineyard just down this hill. And it's really to help facilitate community as well as have a fun place for cool neighborhood events. And eventually they're gonna start bottling the wine. So that'll be really cool as well. They've got a casual dining club. They're building a restaurant out here. They've got pickleball courts under construction. They'll have 4 to start, and they'll have more down the road. They've got 20 miles of trails. So hike and bike trails, if that's important to you, then you're gonna have that opportunity here. There will be walking clubs for you to join. And then they're also gonna have a ballroom. And in that ballroom, they're gonna have neighborhood events, but they're also gonna have classes. They're gonna have dance classes, yoga classes, you name it. If you can think of it, they're gonna have it. They have that chapel that I mentioned, a little bit more on that. It is a really, really old chapel. They had it imported from Canada, and it's a really cool meeting place for events here in the community, as well as a place to focus on your spiritual life. And then they're gonna have a raised bed community garden, so you don't have to hurt the knees bending over. And so if that's something you're interested in, you're gonna have that opportunity to grow your own produce here as well. They've got a creative workshop and tons more. They've got a 12-acre lake. And so at that 12-acre lake, that's actually the Chambers Creek Lake right here. You can go kayaking. It's a fully stocked catch and release lake for bass fishing. And so if your grandkids come and visit you here, your kids come and visit you, it's a great activity to go and do with them. And so the list goes on. I'm still not finished. There are tons more. So you've got bocce ball courts that they're building as well. You've got dog parks. So this is a pet-friendly neighborhood, and that's going to mean that you're going to have 2 different dog parks out here currently, and then probably more to come. You're going to have outdoor fitness stations, and we haven't even gotten to the amenity center yet. So they're about to break ground on the amenity center. The amenity center is going to have a resort-style pool. It's going to have a gym, and then it's going to have a community event space for even more of those community events. And so I could keep going, but I just want to reiterate to you that it truly has it all. And then the last feature that I want to touch on that I personally think is probably the coolest and is very rare, and you're not going to find in any of the other 55 and up communities, is you have lake access. And so if you want to go down and get in your boat, you can literally drive your golf cart down to your boat dock, and you can take it out and go to the restaurants, eat out on the lake at the different restaurants, and then boat right back on home. So many cool things to do right here in Chambers Creek. Okay, so before we start our home tour, I want to give you an overview of all of the different builders and what your different home building options are going to be. And so you're going to have 5 different home builders, and they're going to build 9 different products. Whenever I say different products, what I'm talking about is they're going to be building on different sized lots. And so here in Chambers Creek, you're going to have 40-foot wide lots, 50-foot wide lots, 60-foot, and 80-foot. And so all that means is that the front width of the lot is that wide. And so that's also going to dictate how big of homes they can fit on those lots. And so on an 80-foot lot, you can build a 70-foot wide home, and there's going to be a 5-foot build line on both sides. Now, because there's only 4 different lot sizes and 5 different builders, but they're building 9 different products, what that means is that the builders are building on different size lots, and that's going to give you tons of different floor plan configuration options, and it's just really going to open it up for everybody out here in Chambers Creek. If you're looking to downsize, here's an option. If you're looking to upsize, here's an option. And they even have a Duet series as well, which is right behind me over here. And it's essentially a townhome style conjoined 2 units. And so the tax rate is going to come in right at 3.13. That's the cumulative tax rate, including all of your MUD taxes. And typically in new developments like this one, the tax rate comes down after the first couple of years. Now your HOA is going to be just over $2,800, but you get a lot for that money. You get a 24-hour manned gate at the front of the neighborhood, so the neighborhood is very secure and you have security. Another thing that you get is you get front and backyard maintenance. So you don't have to worry about any of your landscaping needs here. You're going to have that covered in your HOA dues. And that's also going to give you access to all of the amazing amenities that we've featured and all of the neighborhood events. And so now that we've talked about the different builders, let's go check them out. So the first builder on our home tour is going to be Webb, and you may have heard of Webb, especially if you're doing your research for 55+ communities. They've actually been around for over 70 years, but they're not just a developer of 55 and up communities, they're also a home builder. And this is the first community that they haven't developed that they decided to build homes in. And what's really unique about them is they build homes specifically for people in that stage of life. And so with 70 years of experience, I think they know a thing or two about what you're looking for when it comes to a home. And so Webb is going to build on 40-foot and 50-foot lots out here. They're going to have their Scenic series, which is their smaller footprint, and then they're going to have their Distinctive series, which is on those 50-foot lots. And so prices are actually going to start as low as $300,000 out here, and they're going to get all the way up to about $520,000 at the top end of that Distinctive series. So for the smaller series on the 40-foot lots, you're looking at square footages as low as 1,200 square feet, all the way up to about 1,500 or 1,600 square feet. And then that Distinctive series is going to run all the way up to about 2,400 square feet. And you're going to get really nice finishes in these homes. You can do a dirt build, so you can pick your floor plan and you can pick out all of the finishes. So if you want real wood floors, you can have them. If you want the upgraded appliance packages, you can have those as well. And they have a ton of different really unique floor plan configurations. Our next stop is going to be the Beezer Duet series, and I actually wanted to film this one outside so you could get a feel for what it looks like. And so as you'll see behind me, the Duet series is essentially a one-story townhome, and so it's going to have 2 units conjoined, but they're only going to share that one center wall, so it's very much going to feel like a single-story, single-family home as you're walking through it and living in it. It's very livable, but it's just a little bit less to keep up with, and it's also going to come in with a lot more affordable price tag. And so these are actually going to start in the low 300,000s, and they're not going to get much higher than that. And then their square footages are really going to be in that 1,600 to 1,800 square footage range. And so you're going to have 2-bed options as well as 3-bed options and lots of really nice finishes. Hey, real quick, if this is your first time to our channel and you're really doing your research trying to figure out if Houston's the right fit for you and your family, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, tap that bell for notifications, and we'll update you on everything going on here. My name's Kyler Ferris. I'm the broker owner of Ferris Realty, and we really do help people every single day, just like you, that are watching our videos online, trying to figure out where they want to move. So if that is you, don't be shy. Just pick up the phone, give us a quick call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, because we would love to help you make a smooth move right here to Chambers Creek. Okay, now we're in the Coventry model home, and Coventry builds in a lot of the neighborhoods here around Houston, but they're also building here, and they're going to be building on a 50-foot product, and that's going to give you size floor plans ranging from about 2,400 square feet all the way up to about 3,100 square feet. So you're going to get a lot of different floor plan configurations in this product size, and you're also going to see prices ranging from the high 400s up into the 600s. And at this size product, you can really get a lot of custom features. You know, they know that this is probably the last home for a lot of people buying in these communities, and so they really want to give you a ton of options. So you're going to get some really higher end finishes, gorgeous wood floors, really nice countertops, and you're also going to get that really nice open concept with these beautiful sliders that open indoor to outdoor, so you can really enjoy your new home. Okay, now we are in the Caldwell Homes model. This is their 60-foot product, and they're actually going to build on 50 and 60-foot lots. Now, their square footages in the 50-foot products are going to range from 1,900 square feet to 2,300 square feet, and then in the 60-foot products, they're going to pick up right up where they left off at the 2,300 square foot mark and go all the way up to the 2,800 square foot mark. And so in those 50-foot products, you can expect prices to be in the 400s to 600s, and then in this 60-foot product, because of all the custom finishes that are options for you, you can start in the 500s and go all the way up to the 800s. Now, a couple things about Caldwell, you might recognize the name. That's actually the developer out here, and so they know a thing or two when it comes to putting a lot of custom features, because they not only do it in the community, they do it in the homes themselves. And a couple things that make them unique as a builder is going to be their energy efficiency. They use all spray foam insulation, they use Train AC units, and they really pay particular attention to detail with all of the finishes that they do put in their homes. And so as you walk through their homes, they're gonna have great floor plan options for you as well. One story, very open concepts with a lot of really nice finishes. So the last stop on our home tour is the model that we're in now, and this is the Partners in Building 80-foot product. This is going to be not only be the largest lot, but it's also going to be the most customizable builder out here. And so they're going to offer lots on the golf course, as well as they're going to be the only builder offering lots on the lake. And so 80-foot lots are quite large. You're going to be able to build with Partners in Building anywhere from 3,000 square feet all the way up to 5,000. This is their model home, and this is actually only 3,000 square feet, but it is a massive one-story open concept layout. And so when you build with Partners in Building, it is a fully custom experience. You're not choosing from any one floor plan and reconfiguring it to meet your needs. You're actually starting from scratch. You're going to tell them exactly what your needs are, what your priorities are for living, and they're going to draw up a custom home that's never been built before. And so they're going to have those really custom features, even more so than any of the other builders. Now, the prices are going to start in the mid 700s, and then just depending on the square footage and some of these really expensive custom features, you can get up over that million mark. But you're really going to be able to get as custom features as you're going to find in any other neighborhood with any other builder. So my final thoughts on Chambers Creek are this. If you're looking for that 55 and up community that has it all, that's very highly curated in a great location, then you really need to explore it further. You know, the amenities that we covered, they really rival any community that we've seen in the entire Houston area, not just 55 and up communities. And one thing that makes this place really special is it is its own thing. There are a lot of other 55 plus communities that are just little nuggets inside of larger communities. You know, we featured Bonterra in some of our videos, and those are great communities, but this really feels different out here. It's really special. So if it interests you at all, I recommend planning a trip. Reach out to our team, go ahead and give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'll help you plan out your trip. We'll answer all of your questions, and then we'll help you make a smooth move right here to Chambers Creek. Thanks so much for watching, and go check out some of our other videos.